We got a Saturday traffic jam here. Well, it's Saturday. We're about to convoy all the equipment to the hayfield across town. Plan is when we get there, we'll look at the ground, see how wet it is. If there's puddles of water and things like that, we'll wait till tomorrow and go check it again. If it looks good, we'll probably get a ride back to the dairy. So Jason can do his things, and Jeremy's got to do his thing, and then me and Wes will probably head back out and go ahead and cut, I don't know, maybe cut 2 truckloads, and just to kind of get everything going, and probably bale tomorrow, get them hauled in, get them wrapped, get everything kind of, instead of going full force on day one, just kind of ease into it and then take off, make sure everything's smooth sailing, everything's going good. We did manage earlier to get the old truck started. We charged the batteries this morning. Not really too sure if they're good. If the batteries are good or not, but we'll see. But the deal is that it's got a switch in the cab for the front axle on this old trailer. Or does it lift the rear axle? I think it lifts the rear axle. But it just got left on all winter. So, yeah, just sucked those batteries dry. We're just waiting on the... Wes just got done filling up with diesel. Jeremy's full of diesel. I was already full of diesel. And now we're waiting on Jason to fill his 7200 up with diesel. And then we'll head out. We like to just try to stay all together so that for traffic, and that way kind of all protect each other from cars not paying attention. So once he's full, then we'll take off. But I got Wes, my dad in the 7410 with his mower, Jeremy's in the 7200 with the baler, Jason's in the 7200 with the baler, and I'm in the 7210 with the other mower. So we're about to take off here in a minute. Well, I guess we forgot to check some flashers because half of them aren't working. Mailbox, trees, car, texting and driving. Try to catch up to Wes a little bit, that way people will try to quit going in between us. Actually, that's my mom right there. She's supposed to be picking us up at the hayfield. line of cars and 2 balers behind me. Tricky part is up at this red light, we got to turn left. So it's kind of, people will let us get over so we can turn, kind of come to a stop before they let us turn over or move over. Yeah, cars going around me. Stretch of road goes right through the middle of town. They're gonna, or they have been widening it out into a 4-lane road. So it's gonna be, or sarcastically, it's gonna be super fun hauling hay through here. This hill we're about to go down, we call it Walmart Hill because there's a Walmart Supercenter down on the left side in the bottom, and it takes, when you're fully loaded with baleage, you know, you're talking somewhere between 25 and 30 tons, and you're trying to get up this hill, and you got people pulling into Walmart, or they'll pull out in front of you. Yeah, it makes it pretty tricky, and then you add all this other crap in. It ain't gonna be too much fun. So like I've said before, we got like 30 days worth of hay left before we run out. We did have 2 falls ago, we had 18 months worth of baleage stockpiled, and then going into this fall, we had 12 months worth, and I guess it wasn't 12 months worth, probably 8 months, and then we ate through it. So we need this first cutting to do really good to get us back ahead. Last year with the drought that we had, we only baled 40% of what we're used to. or what's normal. The guy in the Dodge cut over in that lane and went on the other side and took off. He looked like he's pissed. Field's up here on the right, so either we're gonna head back to the barn and find something else to do for the rest of the day. Have to come back. Oh, I see water standing right there. God dang it! Either have to find something else to do for the rest of the day, or we're gonna turn around and come back out here and cut some. I don't know, there's puddles of water everywhere. Damn it. We're back here at the hayfield across town. We are going to go ahead and cut some. It's a little wetter than we want it to be, but I think we talked about it, and we just need to try to cut a little bit. We're going to, the driveway cutting through the hayfield, we're going to cut up and down it, and then cut some of this hill up here, and then that way we can get the trucks in and out and maybe help dry it out some. So, let's have to see how it works out. I don't know, a little nervous. Could do. Let's see. Switch this way. Around these trees. This tree kind of looks dead. We're only going to try to cut like 2 loads. So that'd be, what would that be? bales. Yeah. We get about 29 bales on a load. So we'll try to guess. Oh yeah, it's wet right here. We have mud poking up. Some water. Well, anyway, try to get like 58 bales to get 2 loads. That way we can give everything a good test. Get both trucks out here, load them up, and then you know, get those 2 loads wrapped. Make sure the wrapper is working like it should. I mean, there's no reason it shouldn't be. But it's definitely soft. The main concern is being able to get the trucks out here and getting them loaded without getting stuck and stuff like that. So right now the way we're cutting is completely not normal. So we're just trying to cut what we think is the dry spots to get something going. So hoping we can pull the trucks in on this side instead of going down that driveway and that little mud hole right back over there. So just trying to get a path cut out where we can get started on just having somewhere we can get started. Big gopher mount. Tried to jump it, but it didn't work. This is like a blessing right now from the year we had last year. Set up and float from the bush hog, so when I clicked all the way over, the mower quit moving and it's put the selector back in where it would go and float. When we got this tractor, the windows were tinted. I would suggest don't tint windows. It's kind of a waste. You just get dirty, you get a glare. I can see myself, and it's just kind of a pain. Whenever it starts getting a little bit dark, you can't see nothing. So, yeah. The front glass that you're stuck to, it got knocked out, so it's actually just regular glass. You got, was cutting around a tree years ago. I think Jeremy was actually the one cutting with it, but tree limb popped it, broke it. Which isn't the first one, but it happens. We've had doors get closed, or not get closed all the way, and then a storm come in and blow the door open and bust the glass. Just all kinds of stuff like that. Can't think of any other ones, but anyway. It's about $400, $500 every time that happens, though. So right here on this top of this hill, this little block that we're cutting out, that's actually where I learned how to cut hay. I was only about 9 years old, and we had the two 2155s that are at the dairy barn, and I think it was a 2355 hooked up to, had 3 sickles hooked up to them 3 tractors, and I had been fluffing, and I think I was fluffing over on the other side there and got tired of fluffing. I actually remember telling my dad that I didn't feel good, that my stomach hurt, and I didn't want to fluff no more. And then so him and Jason were getting ready to cut this little square out. Jason's 5 years older than me, so he had to be about 12, 13 maybe. And I don't think he was that old. Maybe I was 8 years old. I don't know. But he said, "Well, we're gonna cut. We can't take you home. Do you want to cut?" And of course, I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine now." I just told you I didn't feel good because I wanted to quit fluffing. So. The 2155 that's hooked up to the bottle trailer right now, that's the one that I used to cut with a sickle, and we cut off this little block on top of this hill right here. That's where I first cut, first time. Been how long ago was that? 19. 23 years ago? Jeez. Wow. Yeah. No, 23 years ago. I was about 10, maybe 11 when we got the first 7200. And then we turned around and got the other 7200. They were both used at an auction. They had maybe I don't remember exactly, but maybe like 1,000 hours on them. And or maybe one of them did come through an auction. Maybe it came through a dealership, but it was used. And then we got all like within the same year or so, we got some new idea disc mowers, you know, and those were the first disc mowers that we had. And then we got 2 466 balers, and then we had 2 Premier rakes. And then so the 2155s got started hooking up to raking. Then the 7200s we would cut with them and then turn around and bale with them. So yeah, me and Jason did basically all the cutting and all the baling. And yeah, so that's how all that got started. If I remember right, I was in the 5th grade when we got those mowers and the 7200s and everything, because I was in my room with the window open doing homework before a Little League game and then Wes drove by with the mowers on a trailer, and then I remember stopping before the game to look at the mowers. So yeah. Put you straight, and then try to duck. Swing the mower. Oh, I guess you're not going to see it because it's beside me now. So now the mower's over to the left side. I'm going to sit on a bottle of water. Pushing too far. Yeah. So this third valve, that's what's raising the mower up and down. This one's doing the swing. This one's doing tilt. So sometimes when you're turning around, you're trying to do these two at the same time. It's be a little tricky sometimes, but once you get into a rhythm, you can just sit here with one hand and do them no problem. When I swing around here, I'll leave the camera the way it is, and maybe you'll be able to see. I can't really turn you down fast enough. Lift, start my swing. Drop it back down. We're only going to cut for about another 15 minutes, and then that'll be it. That'll probably be 2 loads worth. With that being said, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next video, which will be hopefully building this up. So, yeah, don't forget to ring the bell. Click on the bell to get notifications. And don't forget to share it with your friends. And we'll see you. Thanks for watching.